Amit and CLA, CII, and my co-panelist Sudhakar ji, Munish ji. First of all, I would like to compliment you, Amit, for having thought about a discussion on a topic like this, and it is indeed of a paramount importance. Now, I would divide my answer in two parts, as you have mentioned that you would like to know as to what is the need for the audit for the society as a whole. Now, remember, in the good old days when the businesses started, the businesses were very small. The owner was the manager, and manager was also the owner. And therefore, in case if the manager made any mistake, the direct impact or the indirect impact was on the owner. So if anything went wrong or if anything was done wrong by the manager, obviously he was also sufferer as the owner, and therefore everything was okay. But as the times have passed, today we are in a different scenario altogether. Today there is a complete separation between the ownership and the management. Ownership of a company is with a separate set of people, and the people who manage the business is a different group altogether. And please remember, it doesn't stop at that. Other than the manager, other than the shareholder, there are many other stakeholders as well. So today in any business, you have the employee, you have the customer, you have the supplier, you have the government at large, you have the society as the stakeholder. And therefore, if anything is done wrong by the management, by the team of management, remember, it is not only the owners suffer, but also every other stakeholders also suffer. And therefore, as the times have passed, since the year 1913, when the Companies Act was started the first time, the audit was specified, and the purpose and the reason and the objective behind specifying audit from that moment was to ensure that the people who were given the responsibility to manage the business, they would manage the business in a way that it is in the interest of all the stakeholders, including the owners. Now, I'm really surprised. As a matter of fact, NEFRA, when it came in 2018, it sounded to be a good news. And why it sounded to be good news? Because unfortunately or incidentally, it was felt that a lot was needed to be done in the accounting profession and in the compliance profession. And therefore, in 2018, when NEFRA came, it was really a good news. But this consultation paper, which NEFRA has brought out, is little surprising, because what they should have started, as Sudhakarji was very rightly saying, NEFRA should have started with something that was more constructive, more positive, for the purpose of development of the accounting and the auditing as a profession. But what they have brought out, and the title being to do away with the audit for certain companies, is obviously giving a negative message. And it is not only giving a negative message, it is also giving a message, and a message which is apparently is not digested. How in a growing economy, how in an open economy you can do away with the regulation? So when it's an open economy, regulation is something which has to be emphasized and emphasized heavily. So this is what my take is, Amit, on this. Number one, the need for the audit is because there is a separation of the ownership and the management. Not only there is a separation of the ownership and the management, but there are many other stakeholders also who have a stake in the business, and the interest of all these stakeholders are to be protected. And if the interest of all these stakeholders are to be protected, the general purpose financial statements have to be prepared systematically. Not only they have to be prepared systematically, but somebody has to put a stamp on those general purpose financial statement saying that these financial statements say what the business has done. So, and that's number one. And number two, Infra, in my view, should have come out with something more constructive, more positive for the development of the accounting and the auditing profession as a whole.
Yeah, thanks, Pramod ji.